Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol AMRN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Before I go any further, I want to make a little disclosure here from a presentation standpoint, because from where I sit, it's kind of a tricky chart to talk about because there's a lot of perspective out there. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or you bought right there, or you bought right there, and you wanted to sell within 20 minutes after buying, well then yeah, for you the chart's looking kind of rough. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, I get it. From the highs, there was a pretty big pullback. But from the big picture, the price still has plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. And as long as you have higher bases being built over time, that's how long-term overall uptrends are constructed. I am going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you probably had more of a day trading type perspective going into it. So from that point of view, and I'm just going to get rid of these lines. I talked about them yesterday, and they still do pertain, but like I said, I'm just trying to illustrate more so, the grand scheme of things viewpoint. But let's say that the price... I do want to add in one more area of support. So yeah, down there at 1780, that level is still an area of support, but I want to talk about more so a nearer term one, and we'll call it right there at about $18.50. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but this will help illustrate the, kind of the general perspective point of view. But let's say the price actually continues to pull back, and then when it gets to 1850, behaves like that, and then starts to work its way back upwards. What would you have in this situation? Emphasis on big picture. Well, from the big picture perspective, you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have these lows down here. And then even if I scrunched up the chart more, you'd have lows that were even lower, guessing somewhere probably right around there. If you picture these as stair steps, well then from the big picture point of view, these stair steps would still very clearly be going in the upwards direction, and that's the name of the game. That's what a truly strong move is going to do over time. It's going to make progress forward. Now again, I'm well aware if you're a day trader and you bought somewhere up around there, then yeah, you don't care about these stair steps, but that's why I try to offer up a disclosure that I would be commenting from more grand scheme of things type viewpoint. So sure, today the price pulled back, but stop and think about that word, today. As in 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here, you can see the price still has plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. So let's see if they can get that job done or not next week. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.